Hey credit warriors, Credit Shifu here, and we have a personal finance video for you today. Now, when people talk about investing, a lot of people think of stocks and bonds and stuff like that. And yes, those are recommended investment vehicles, but you also want to keep a bit of your money in cash so it's liquid. But at the same time, you want to have that cash getting the best interest rate possible, okay? And interest rates in savings accounts from the big banks right now are pretty low. Look at Chase's interest rate, it's 0.01%, okay? Absolutely terrible. Now, there are some online banks that give quite better interest rates. I'm getting 2.1% with American Express Online Savings. Rednet Bank is offering 2.5% on up to $50,000, okay? And then there's a few in between, Ally Bank, etc. Most of them offer just over 2%, all right? But what if I told you that there was a way that you could get 2.4% on your money whilst keeping it reasonably liquid, okay? You can access it without having to wait many months or years. You can access it almost immediately, and it's still insured by the US government. And on top of that, the interest earned is exempt from state and local taxes. So you'll only pay federal income tax on the interest, okay? What I'm talking about is US Treasury bills. Now, don't get these confused with bonds or notes. US Treasury bonds, normally they're 30 years, okay? So you have to lock your money up for 30 years. Treasury bills have they can have a very short lifespan of just a few weeks. The shortest ones currently sold are 28 days, so that's 4 weeks, meaning you buy the bill and you wait 4 weeks and then you get your money back plus the interest. And these are currently selling at a 2.4% interest rate, which is pretty good, actually. And, because it's only 4 weeks, it still counts as a reasonably liquid asset. Now, the reason I have got interested in this, and actually that's the reason I'm making this video, is because my business, Generations Media LLC, that we run, that owns this YouTube channel and a few other YouTube channels, we've been building up some cash reserves in our account because we have full-time employees now. So we actually wanted to build up several months worth of their salary so that if we hit on hard times, we still have enough money to pay them each month, okay? Now, we've had this money building up in our account, earning like 0.01%. So we started looking into something where we can keep the money reasonably liquid, okay? We can access it within just a few weeks, but we are actually earning a better interest rate than, say, Chase at 0.01%, and we're not locking it up for a real long period of time, like with a CD that we'd have to, lock it up for like a year. CD is a certificate of deposit. Typically, their interest rates can be better than banks. You can get like 2.7%, etc., but you got to lock your money up for a year. There's also investment minimums, etc., like that. So we started looking into Treasury bills, and in this video, basically, I'm going to show you how to buy Treasury bills directly from the US Treasury and basically all the information around investing in Treasury bills. If that's interesting to you, keep watching and we're going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay, guys, so I am on the Treasury Direct website now. And just make sure that it does say, treasurydirect.gov in your URL field of your browser. I recommend typing that in and going to the site directly. You can, of course, search it in Google and it will generally come up as the top result, but just be careful. Do make sure, that the URL is correct, just because from time to time people may actually run scams. And so, yeah, basically this site enables you to buy Treasury bills, notes, bonds. These are all different lengths of time of securities directly from the US Treasury, okay? And I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial how to do that. So first of all, to set up the account with Treasury Direct, you just go up here to the top right, account login, and you go to open an account. Now, the one you want is going to be this one, this top one, Treasury Direct. You just click into there, and basically it takes you through, there are 3 steps to setting up your password. So you click apply now at the bottom of the screen. Now, by default, it will select individual for you, okay? And probably most people applying for these accounts are going to be individuals, but you can also apply as a corporation, as a partnership, limited liability company, etc. So the one I chose was LLC because, like I said, I'm investing my company's money in it. So I chose limited liability company, and then you click through. And if you are applying as a company, you would type your company's name in there, whatever it is. This part give a name for your account, it's not a legal name, it's just whatever you want to call the account so you can keep track of it. And then if you're applying as a company, you would be typing an EIN into this field, not an SSN. But you still have to give a social security number. That would be this one, tax identification number for the account manager, etc. And you type in all your personal details and then your company's bank information. And obviously, if you were doing it as an individual, you would get a different screen. So we'll just go back. And obviously, if you're doing it as an individual, you would get a different screen. It's actually this screen, and it just asks for your individual bank account and social security number, all that kind of stuff, okay? So once you set up your account, you'll then have to create a password, etc. Go through a few steps, very easy. I'm not going to bother just going through that. It's kind of self-explanatory. But we'll now log into my account and we'll show you kind of how it works. So account login, you just go to Treasury Direct here, and then does your account number login begin with a letter? For most people, it will do. And you're actually going to type your account number in here. I'm just kind of blurring that out because obviously I don't want to give you my account number. And then you get to this screen, which is a little bit weird, kind of ghetto, old school style. They give you this old school style keyboard and they give you a picture which you picked when you signed in. And basically this picture just shows you that you are on the correct site, just in case someone has set up a site that looks exactly like Treasury Direct, but they won't know what picture you picked. So yeah, it's kind of a weird way. But anyway, you enter your password here. I'm not going to show you that, but I'll just do that now. Now I am in my account. And you'll notice here, my balances right now are 0 because I literally just set this up today. And that's why I'm making the video, because I was just setting it up and I was like, hey, screw it, why don't I make a video about this? So to buy Treasury bills, you have to go into Buy Direct right up here at the top of the screen. So you would click into Buy Direct, and basically these are all the so-called marketable securities that you can buy. So you've got bills, notes, and bonds, and a couple of other types here. So bills are the shortest term of up to 1 year or less. Then notes are medium term, 2 to 10 years, and bonds are long term, basically long-term treasury securities up to 10 years, all right? So this is just about T-bills, treasury bills. So we're gonna put bills and then we're gonna click submit. And basically here it tells you which, the dates of upcoming auctions. So you've got auction date and you've got issue date. So auction date, you would need to put in your order. That's the date that they start auctioning, and then this is actually the date, the issue date that you would get issued the security. Okay, so for the 4-week ones, which is what we're looking at, although if you're interested in longer term ones, you can. You would click say 4-week. Okay, let's just click that one. They'll be auctioned on the 23rd and issued to you on the 28th, and then you have 28 days from then until you get the money back. And then down here you would actually put your purchase amount. I believe it's minimum of $100, and you can actually reinvest the money for up to 2 years. So that would be up to 24 months. You can just have, each month it puts it back in, okay? So yeah, you can reinvest, many times up to 2 years. And then it will just, after you've sold this, after the security, it has matured, okay, after 28 days, it will put it directly back, put the money directly back into your bank account. So you can just select the payment destination there, and then you would click submit, all right? Now, if you want to see the actual interest rates that you're getting, you want to have a look at this screen. I'll just go to home and I'll show you again. So you go to individuals, Treasury Securities Programs, and then select Treasury Bills from here. And yeah, you can see minimum purchase $100 there. And then you would just go in and see rates and recent auctions. So this is basically just showing you the recent auctions and the rates. So you can see for these ones, the issue date is 5/21/2019, which would mean the auction date was a little bit before that. The rate is 2.409%. Okay, so you can get an idea of what the rate is going to be in upcoming auctions. If you want to have a look at upcoming, there's a few auctions here that are upcoming. So the announcement date of this one is the 16th, and it's going to be $36 billion worth of 13-week Treasury bills are going to be auctioned off. That's on the 20th in a couple of days' time, and the issue date will be the 23rd. It doesn't show you the interest rate on this screen. So you have to actually look at auction results, and these are going to be issued on the 21st, so they've already been auctioned. The interest rate is that, and etc. So that's basically how to buy these, and the big kind of advantages of them is your money is still reasonably liquid. You can get it back after just 28 days. And you can even sell them early, although that's a bit more complicated and it's such a short period of time anyway. In most situations, you might as well just wait until the security matures. The other big advantage of it is that it is exempt from state and local taxes. So you can actually have a look and compare it to a savings rate. There are a few, tax calculators online that will actually calculate, because you're saving on state and local taxes, what savings account rate it would be equivalent to. So I actually had a look at one, and I'll just put that up on screen, a screenshot of that if we had a state tax rate of, say, 6%, a 2.4% rate for the Treasury bills would be equivalent of a 2.6% rate if you were actually, being taxed at the state level. There's a load of these online. You can just search for them and do it yourself. So guys, that is a bit of an introduction to Treasury bills. I am certainly going to invest a portion of my company's money in Treasury bills, although it's only a portion, okay? You never want to put your eggs into one basket. And remember, 2.4% is not a very high rate. The rate is that low because the risk is very, very low, all right? This is insured by the US government. If the US government was not to pay these back, it would basically be defaulting on its debt, and well, the US economy would be called into serious question if that was to happen. But obviously the US economy is doing really, really well right now, so it's a pretty good guarantee that you are not going to lose your money by investing in these. Obviously stocks can go up and down in price, whereas this is a fixed income investment, so it just pays you the percentage and you do not lose any money on the actual principal, okay? The value of it will not go up and down in price like a stock would, and thus less risk, lower interest rate, but this portion of money you do want to keep reasonably safe, reasonably liquid, and you want to get something higher than a savings account. This is how you can do it, T-bills. Okay guys, I hope you have enjoyed that introduction to US Treasury bills. Don't forget, all the rates mentioned in this video are current of May 2019. If you're watching this sometime in the future, those rates may be different. Please leave a comment if you like this video and if you'd like to see more personal finance videos like this. If you're new, please subscribe. We have more personal finance and credit card videos coming out almost every day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.